Hello everyone and welcome to the lecture on VMware Cloud on AWS. So this lecture will contain all these topics. What is VMware Cloud on AWS? Software defined data center, integration with AWS services, external connectivity to SDDCs, which are software defined data center. So what is VMware Cloud on AWS? VMware Cloud on AWS is a managed cloud offering that provides dedicated VMware vSphere-based software-defined data centers that are hosted within AWS facilities. The service utilizes facilities and hardware that are owned and managed by AWS. The service provides dedicated private cloud environments in the form of an SDDC. Hosts of an SDDC are dedicated to that SDDC. These hosts are exclusive to the SDDC until such a time that they are removed from the SDDC, either manually removed by the customer or replaced due to host failure, at which time they are released into the overall pool of AWS available capacity. SDDCs are deployed within a VMware-owned AWS account, not a customer-owned AWS account. So basically, there is an AWS account where they host your SDDCs, but you don't directly own as a customer. So they will allocate some accounts which are owned by them. So SDDCs have high-speed access to native AWS services hosted within a separate customer-owned AWS account. Native AWS services are built to the customer-owned AWS account and are not managed by VMware. So I'll explain what is software-defined data center. The software-defined data center infrastructure consists of bare metal hosts which are equipped with the standard VMware software stack, including essential components like ESXi for virtualization, vCenter for management, NSX for networking, and vSAN for storage. The SDDC billing structure is uniquely based on the number of dedicated hosts allocated to the SDDC environment rather than quantity of virtual machines running within it. Access management in SDDC follows a strict security model where full admin level access is restricted to protect the infrastructure. Users are granted specific permissions that allow them to manage their workloads while preventing unauthorized modifications to the core infrastructure. When implementing integrations with SDDC components, it is important to review documentation thoroughly, verify permission requirements, and understand that admin rights limitations may impact certain tool functionalities, particularly when interfacing with infrastructure components like vCenter. So next is integration with other AWS services, or how it directly integrates with AWS services. Integration with AWS services in SDDC provides two connection methods: utilizing an existing AWS account connection from a previous SDDC deployment, or establishing a new connection to an AWS account during the provisioning process. The connection process involves granting specific permissions through IAM roles created via CloudFormation templates, requiring the person performing the connection to have administrative rights within the AWS account for successful execution. Once connected, a cross-link configuration is established between the SDDC and VPC, utilizing cross-account ENIs attached to VPC subnets to create network forwarding paths that enable SDDC hosts to access VPC resources. The entire cross-linking process is fully automated during SDDC deployment, eliminating the need for manual configuration and streamlining the integration step. External connectivity to SDDC. So first option is an IPsec VPN. The IPsec VPN is commonly used for maintaining a secure connection to the private IP address ranges of SDDC, utilizing a tunnel to the edge router. Next option is Direct Connect for a high-speed private connection to the SDDC. VMware Cloud on AWS supports the attachment of Direct Connect. Existing Direct Connect. So customers can utilize existing Direct Connect services. There is no requirement to provision a dedicated one specifically for the SDDC. Then we have private virtual interface. Utilizing Direct Connect involves provisioning a new private VIF, which is then allocated to the VMware-owned AWS account visible from Direct Connect interface within the VMC console. Then we have public IP access. If neither IPsec VPN nor Direct Connect is available, the vCenter server appliance within the SDDC can be accessed directly via its public IP address, but only if explicitly permitted by the SDDC's default firewall policy. And that's all. Thanks for watching.